Hello friends! Today you'll see how actors of the movie Total Recall have changed. You'll know their original names and age. I will show you how they looked then in 1990 and what's with them now in 2021. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Mary is a resident of Mars who makes her living by providing sexual services to everyone. She's quite pretty, has long thick hair, dresses brightly, and also has one feature that is considered an additional plus in her profession: free breasts. The role was performed by Lucia Nuff. Mutant child Sasha Rionda, like her mother, was to harmful radiation from space, as a result of which her skin on her face and neck partially acquired deformities. But despite the external flaws, she is a rather sweet and kind girl. Like other mutants, she has a telepathic gift. George Quaid, Marshall Bell, is popular among the Martians, and to them he is a kind of George Washington. He seeks to overthrow Cohagen and end all oppression of the Martians. Quaid himself is a mutant who looks like a baby, but is one with the man and appears below his chest. Cohagen, Ronnie Cox, is the head of the planet Mars who doesn't like to concede in anything, changes his plans, and he also greatly infringes upon the inhabitants of the planet. He's afraid that the rebels will achieve what they want, and he will not be able to do everything that he wants. Tony is an inhabitant of Mars who, like many others, suffered from the lack of oxygen and harmful radiation. He has severe facial and head defects, in a good relationship with Melina, and has a strong dislike for Douglas when he was still Hauser. The role was performed by Dean Norris. Ambelina works as a prostitute at the Lost Constellation. She is notable for her short stature, which is why she got her nickname, and she also has a thin voice. Ambelina is a blonde who is used to dressing provocatively, showing her dignity. She was portrayed by Debbie Lee Carrington. Mutant mother, Monica Stoyer, has undergone mutational changes due to lack of oxygen, the consequence of which was a change in appearance. Half of her face is normal, but the other half was ugliness. Knows how to guess in the palm of your hand and discover the secrets of the heart. Benny is one of the taxi drivers who works outside the Hilton Hotel. He is sociable, drives the car well, and knows when it's time to make a run. It was he who intercepted Douglas as a client and told him a lot of information about the situation on the planet. He was played by Mel Johnson Jr. Richter is actually Laurie's husband and is the main mercenary who works for Wireless Cohagen. He is quite cruel and vindictive, knows how to handle firearms, and also doesn't tolerate when someone touches his woman. He prefers to wear black clothes, played by Michael Ironside. Douglas Quaid works in the construction industry and dreams of becoming more significant and achieving something in life. He is Laurie's husband, but after visiting the recall company, he realizes that all this was a hoax and many of his memories are false. Played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Harry works on a construction site with Quaid. He's over 30, has a powerful physique, and can also be recognized by his small bald head, having excellent friendships with Douglas. In reality, only watches over him during working hours. The role performed by Robert Constanzo. Ernie works for Recall in the same laboratory with Dr. Lul. He perfectly fulfills all her instructions and knows how to properly handle the equipment. Ernie is a polite young man. He looks simple and has some vision problems, which is why he wears glasses. The role was played by David Nell. Melina lives on Mars. She's a pretty girl with a nice figure and curly hair who doesn't have any deformities. Melina is bold and quick-tempered, knows how to use a pistol, And also, opposite to Hagen, feels romantic feelings for Hauser. The role was performed by Rachel Ticotin. Dr. Hmar is an employee of Recall, an artificial memory corporation. He has a full build, wears glasses and behaves with a low profile. Tries to convince Quaid that everything that happens to him on Mars is unreal, and in fact, he is in the laboratory. He was played by Roy Brocksmith. Dr. Lul is an artificial memory programmer at Recall. She looks young, wears wide-brimmed glasses, and dresses in fairly simple clothes. Dr. Lul is courteous to the company's customers, and its actions are honed to the point of automatism. The role was performed by Rosemary Dunsmore. Mclean works for the Recall Corporation and was the one who Douglas turned to for his Mars memories. He knows his job perfectly well, is well-versed in all aspects and can provide extensive advice. Mclean is primarily focused on selling a service in any way it can, played by Ray Baker. That lady not only has a full physique, but is also quite tall. She is dressed in an orange suit and a scarf with an interesting print. She flew it with the goal of staying on Mars for 2 weeks, but in fact her body is just a cover for Douglas to visit the planet, played by Priscilla Allen. Burly miner who worked at the pyramid mine until a dangerous substance was discovered in it. He looks somewhat stern with medium-length hair and a beard. The miner is not naive but doesn't believe in everything that the ruler of the planet says. The role was performed by Mickey Jones. Everett works on Mars in the security service, holding the rank of captain and fulfilling all orders of the ruler of Cohagen. He wears a uniform with special bulletproof protection and is also often seen wearing a beret. Well acquainted with Richter, the role was performed by Mark Alema. Tiffany, Alexia Robinson, works for Recall as Bob's secretary. She is a spectacular and pretty girl who takes care of herself and likes to change the color of the varnish often. She has a good figure and can be recognized by her voluminous hairstyle and long gold earrings with a round spiral. Laurie, Sharon Stone, pretends to be Douglas Quaid's wife. She's a pretty and rather sweet woman who shows love and care for her husband, worries about him, and also has a tendency to jealousy. But in fact, she is a scent agent, and if necessary, will not hesitate to kill Quaid. Helm works for Richter and tries to follow all directions given by the boss, knows how to handle tracking devices, and also has a good command of firearms. Among other mercenaries, he is distinguished by blonde hair and the fact that he wears glasses. He was portrayed by Michael Champion. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.